Hi, happy people. Welcome to my channel. It's Khadijah at the Brass Twig at Paint Paper Play. So today we're going to play. I'm going to do some crafting videos. I've decided, I'm very new to, well, let me first say this. Welcome. Welcome everybody. If you're new here, welcome to my channel where I play and experiment. And most of the time, don't really know what I'm doing. But I'm having fun, or at least trying to. One of the things I recognize, like I've been trying to do crafting videos, because I do play around in craft, but I can't do tutorials, at least not with making junk journals, because I have not made enough. I mean, I could a little bit with paint, which I may start doing some of those, because I have an idea for some journals with those. But what I want to do is, I want to just be authentic with how I craft. I hop all over the place when I'm crafting. So I'm just going to start calling this kangaroo crafting. Khadijah's kangaroo crafting, because I am all over the place, and I'll start to think about, I want to do this one, and then I'll go over here and go over here. I have like 7 different projects started, and I'm just going to hop all over. Now, I hadn't intended on doing a Christmas journal, but I want to do a Christmas journal. And what you see in front of you is a patchwork piece of fabric that I got from Angela, the traveling crafter, in one of her live sales. I got a couple of them. Now, I love this piece. It is one of those tied, what do they call it, like a crazy quilt. There's all this plain beige part, all the pieces have come off, but I love that. And I wanted to do something pink for Christmas. It just kept sticking in my head. And I was going to do it in my junk planner, but I'm like, I want to do something more than just a junk planner. Like, I can do that. I can stick stuff in there. I can make a cover on there, and maybe I'll do a video with that. But I really wanted to do something in a journal. And I have not done anything with the fabric yet. And this is not just, this is pretty thick. So I have to figure, anyway, I'm just going to play it by ear and just go along and trust that it could just be scrappy. It doesn't have to be anything but that. Anyway, I love this vintage piece. Now, if you look at this, you imagine this is a journal. Doesn't this look like a tree? So this is going to be my Christmas tree. And there's my pink. And then I'm going to do a spine in the middle. And this is going to be my cover. And this is going to be my back. So that's what I've decided. And I thought, well, what can I use? I want something to give it just a little bit of structure. And I thought, well, I could use an envelope. I think a lot of people do that. But I think I'm going to use this what do you call it? Composition notebook. Because I could do this, right? Just have some pink. And then this, and have some pink. How do I get more pink on there? And then I could do this, or I could make a wider spine, because I don't want that much space in between. So I have to figure that out. And I think I'm going to leave it all one piece and not cut it in the middle. Just make space in between and glue it down. That's my plan right now. I think that's what I'm going to do, but I have to figure this out so that I have a little bit of pink on the edges. Let's see what happens if I do this like that. Where's my tree? Oh, that one could probably work, right? Actually, I think I'm going to use my, oh shoot, it's in my travel bag. I was going to use my white chalk. Let's see if I have another one. That's what we'll do. This will be this. This will be where the top is, right? And then it's probably too much space in between. I might want to make that just a little bit bigger. And let's put that there. Okay, so that's going to be my frame, right? Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I like that. Let's see, let's show where this ends. So this is going to be my spine, right? Yeah, I like that. And then this will be my back. Now, the question is, do I want to make my spine bigger? What size is this? This is a 2-inch spine. I think a 2-inch spine is good, right? For a Christmas journal. I think I'm going to keep it a 2-inch spine. Let's just cut it off. God, with all this stuff, I don't have a pencil here. let's just use this. I think this is an erasable pen. I don't really care if it shows. All right, let's cut that right there. All right, we got our spine. Well, how's everybody doing today? I'm glad that you're here. Now, please know this is not going to be any kind of a tutorial. And more than likely, this video is going to be learn from it what not to do. But we'll see. I'm going to play and have fun. And I'm going to bring you along with me because I know, honestly, you guys, I do shop a lot, but I don't just shop. I do craft. I'm not real comfortable with doing the videos. And I am like a kangaroo. I hop all over the place. But I think I like this idea. Okay, so there's my, that's going to be my spine. I think that could work. And then you just cover this over. That'll be my back. And then folding it around is super thick, but I thought I could take it apart and take the lining out as I fold it over. That's my thought. I have the puffy on the outside, but not on the inside. We'll see if that works. Let's cut the top. So this feels good here, right? That's enough to go around. A little bit extra, but we can put paper over it. All right, let's mark this at the top. Oh, it's not even showing up. Oh, that works. All right, let's just mark it. Yeah. I need some tailor's chalk, right, guys? I think so. But this will work for now. This is one of those erasable pens, although I doubt I'm going to erase it on fabric. But if I cut right along that line, I should be fine. All right. Let's see how this goes. Let's just go for it, right? I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I didn't want to cut it. But we're going to go for it. Where's my... It's funny because I don't have any fabric scissors that are not... pinking shears. So we're going to use those for right now, just because that's what I have. And these are strictly for fabric. So let's just do that. Can't see the line here. All right. I probably should have marked it better. All right, yeah, that looks good. All right, so we can save this little piece for something later. We love that. All right, let's turn this inside out. Okay, so this is the cover. This is the front. So where's our front? That's going to be right here, right? Let's line this up and see what we get. That's going to be our front. Probably should trim more of this off. Let's see. Maybe make it exactly 7 1/4. What's this one? Yeah, let's make them exactly 7 1/4. All right. There we go. All right, let's see what we're doing. Now, I know there's probably a million other better ways to do this, but to be perfectly honest, I didn't want to watch a video to figure out how to do this. I just want to get in here and play and do it. So that's what I'm doing, right? All right. I have little rounded corners. These are going to need something to hold them up. All right, let's see how this works. Let's see. All right. Now, I'm going to need to put some extra fabric, right, down the inside. I didn't think about that. Huh. Maybe I should do a whole separate spine. I didn't think about that. I thought I could do it all as one. Let me think about that. Maybe I could just tape it on, right? I just tape it, hook it together here like this, use my strong tape, and then cover it all over, right? And then put this over. That's what I'll do. Let me hook this together and then we'll put this on top. This will be the last thing. Let me see how this looks for the front. Yes. 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 Okay, we like that. All right. Let's put this together first and then we'll put this on. That's what I'm going to do. Cover. All right. All right, let's get some tape. Let's use duct tape. I think that will work. I think I'm going to use some duct tape. Just because that's what I have right here. And I think it'll work. Now, I'm going to do this where I just put it on here first. Actually, let's look at it from the outside. Do it this way. I think that's enough space, right? Just that little bit of space in between. Yeah. That is not straight. See what we're doing here, Khadijah. Do I have to do that twice? Okay, that looks pretty even. Oh my God, Khadijah. Yep, this is me. Okay, let's take that over. Okay, do that. Okay, that was a process. Now, that feels good, right? That can bend right there. Okay, now, let's see, that's the top. Let's see the back. Okay, now let's do this one. Same thing. We like it? Yeah. I mean, I think that'll give it enough shape. It's going to be soft when I put that on it, but this will give it a little bit of a, probably would have liked more of a rounded corner, but I'm actually okay with a little bit of an angle, right? I mean, this is my first one, and yeah, let's let it be like that. That's fine. All right. Okay. So we have that. Now, make sure I have enough pink on the back. What I do want to think about is there something else I want to put on here for this cover to make it just a little bit more festive that I might want to sew on? I can stitch all the way around it, which I'll probably do with red or pink. Let's see here. Well, we'll just glue it on, right? Okay, let's just go for it, right? Let's just go for it, Khadijah. Doesn't have to be straight, it's wonky. Let's put some fabric fix on here. We don't know what we're doing, but we're having fun, right? Let's get rid of this. All right. Let me poke a hole in this. Make sure. All right. Yep. Make sure there's some pink. Yep. Okay. We're good. All right. There's no turning back. I'm going to do this back first. Right? I can still stitch it. Actually, I should put it on here. That's what I should do. Let's do that. Let's put it on here. That's probably the smarter thing to do. Then we get it exactly where we need it. Not really coming out very well. I'm going to smear it as well. Okay, leave that. Make sure we get the corners. Okay. Okay, we're committing. Okay. Let's put it on here. Okay. Right. Yeah. All right. Now let's keep going. Now let's put it on here. This is going to be our cover. Hopefully we got it all right side up. I think so. Well, it was exciting. Sometimes it takes me a long time to just sit down. That's why I call my crafting kangaroo crafting, is because I just hop all over the place. And I also tend to move sideways and backwards before I move forwards. It's just a kind of a funny thing. I don't know. I think it's because, I mean, I don't know why it is. It's just it is. But I always attribute it to the fact that my sun sign is Cancer, and they're crabs, and crabs move sideways and backwards a lot. All right. Let's put that down. Ooh, okay. That stuff is stinky. All right. Let's get out one of these. Let's see if we can get ourselves just a little bit more in the screen so you guys can see all of what I'm doing. There we go. All right, 25 minutes in, and we've got some glue down and some tape down. See? Maybe we'll speed this up a little bit for you too. But, aha, I like it. I like it. I think it's going to be cute. Okay. Woohoo! Now, wrapping this around, it's way too thick. So my thought is, what I'll do is cut this stitching on here and then take this back part out and just pull it over. That's my thought, like up to a certain point. What do you guys think? You think that'll work? Like keep this, and I could have this. I don't think I can have all that fat on the inside. Let's see if we can make it work. And then I can put some paper or something over the top. right. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this back, you guys. And then when I've got all this batting taken out, I'll come back, okay? I'm gonna pause. Okay, I'm back, and I forgot to turn the camera on and started moving. So I got all the stitches out, and now I'm gluing this first layer, and then I think what I'm realizing as I'm gluing it is that, see how it's like coming apart here? So I'm gonna stick some glue in here so that sticks down. But I'm gonna put this on first, and then we'll see what I need to do, right? That's my plan. Let me cut my corners though. Yeah, let's cut this so that we don't have all that extra bulk in the corners. Okay. Okay, so let's, oops. I got glue going everywhere. Let's put some glue on here. Let's put some on there. And we'll just do that, right? And then we'll do that. I think that'll work. We'll figure it out. Okay, I need this. I got glue all over me. All right. Let's do the top part first. I'll come back to this. It'll work. I think it's gonna be cute. I like it. I'm happy with it. All right, so far. Let's just keep going. All right, that could work. These corners. Let's see. Okay, that's good. Let's keep our space nice and tidy so we don't mess up our cover anymore. Now this has these little hand stitches, which I'd like to leave those in. See this. Yeah, so I definitely have learned to push it to the outside. I probably have too much here, but I can always trim it, I guess. But I think I'm fine with having too much. I'm gonna put something over the top of that anyway. Yeah, all right. Let's let that. Yeah, we can put something over that. All right, now we just need to put some glues down here. Yeah. Let's see, so that holds, because I want to trim this off so that it just comes around the edge but does not go on the inside. So let's do some of that. Oh my God, it's messy. All right, and then we've got this. let's put, all right, we're going to take a break. I'm going to put something heavy down on that. Hi guys, it's Khadijah. All right, I'm back. Let's just keep going. So same video. So what I've done is you'll notice like this is a whole bunch of different layers, this quilt. So there's this, there's the batting, and then there's this layer that I already glued down. So what I'm doing is loosening up the batting so I can take it off so it's not on the inside and I can pull this fabric over tight. But I'm wrapping it around the edge. So the top of the journal has the batting on it. So that's what I'm focusing on right now, and I did off camera. So I'm going to do a little bit on this end, and I'll show you how I'm doing it. May not make sense, but it feels right to me, and then I'll trim it. So I'm just taking my Fabri-Tac, starting in the center, and I'm just putting the glue like right along the top. Like it's not heavy. What's gonna hold it on, just putting a little bit, is going to be the fabric pulling over the top. And then again, I think I might stitch it. I'm not for sure yet. I like to, but we'll see. That's my plan. But again, you know, plans change. I'm kind of an in the moment crafter. So then I'm just doing that, pushing it up so I can keep, so it's not that really hard, rigid top, but so that it has the softness of the, you know, quilted journal. I just don't want, well, it doesn't matter on the inside here. I don't really want glue showing through my fabric, especially on the outside. Now this is really thick here. I'm definitely gonna have to cut that down. So let's do that. Yeah, and then we'll trim that, and we'll pull this, which is 2 pieces of fabric. So I'll probably have to glue it together, right? If you look at this, it's got some stitched. Maybe I won't have to, we'll see. Okay, so that's good. So we've got some little padding on the top. Okay, let's do the sides, and then I'll do that without you guys being on camera. I just wanted to show you what I was doing, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so I've got my little corners tagged here for glue. I'll probably cut some of that off. So I've got my little tops covered. So now I'm going to pull over the fabric and then glue this down and try to get it, you know, tight, and then we'll see if we can stitch it afterwards. I don't know if I can get my I don't know if my God, what am I trying to say? If my sewing machine is going to go through this. I've never tried it before. One of the things I have learned is that when gluing, you want to work from the inside, push to the out, and that helps quite a bit. Let's see, this is probably corners, probably stuck down by now, yep. So we can put some more glue in here. Yeah, I feel like it's going okay. Now I'm just going to be able to have to get some kind of a I don't know if I'm going to do a fabric or paper inside, but we'll worry about that when we get to it, yeah? I just want to get this cover on. And again, remember, this is a learning process for me too, you guys, and I'm not watching a video for how to do this. I mean, I have watched other videos before and got ideas, but this just kind of popped in my head. I have been knowing for a long time that when I saw this little wonky tree on this patchwork tie quilt that I got that was kind of falling apart, that I really wanted to bring it back to life because it was very wonky, and I felt like, you know, it just kind of Charlie Brownish. It just really needed to, see, this is pretty thick here. Did I not take the stuffing out of that? Yeah, I did. Just thick. Huh. All right, we'll figure that out. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I definitely feel like I maybe need to cut something here. I'm not quite sure. All right, that may work, right? I think that feels good. Let's do the other side. And if we have to come back and put more glue on there, we will, but I think that's gonna be good. And then this side, I need to open this up so that it pull out these stitches so it's thinner. And I can probably, I might wanna use the whole thing. Okay, so you get the drift of what I'm doing here, right? So that's probably tight enough. That's the bottom, yeah. So that's what it looks like so far. It's kind of cute, right? I think I'm gonna like it. That's it, that's it. Hi people, I brought you back. So I got a mess going on. I forgot to record again. So this is, my desk is a disaster here. Actually, let me pull out a little bit so you can see. It's just a mess. I got stuff all over, but yeah, now I'm working in a space the size of a dinner plate. Let me show you my cover so far. This is what I've got. There's the front. That's what it looks like. I love this little tree. I'm going to put a gold star up there. And then there's the spine, and then there's the back. I really like it a lot. You've got little pieces of the tie showing through. You've got the pink, you've got the stitching. And then on the inside, I line this with like a pink and a red and pinkish, like just a plaid fabric. And then I'm putting them on, I'm putting them on, this is old. Again, that's going to be glued down so you won't see it. It's basically 300-pound watercolor paper because it's nice and thick. So I'm putting my back covers on this, that actually goes that way, and gluing that down. And then I think what I'm going to do, because I don't think I'm going to get a sewing machine on here, I'm going to hand stitch around the edge of it. But this, actually what I'm doing on the back of the book is the back side of this quilt. So I really like the idea. It's like the hand-tied pieces. Let me show you. So here's like pieces of the quilt, right? And then there's the back of it. So that's what I'm putting on the back cover. And then I'll probably do a pocket on here as well. So I'm in the process of gluing that right now. And then I'll glue it down. And then I think I'm going to hand stitch around the edge. And then on the front, I think I'm going to do this one. I haven't cut it yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to do this patchwork like this, which I think is really cute, vintagey, right? And then I'll probably do some kind of a pocket, maybe. I'm not sure yet. I might not do a pocket. We'll see. It's going to be thick, but I'll glue this down, and then I'll also hand stitch around this one. And then my, it'll be like that. It's kind of a thick cover. I mean, I'm probably going the long way around, but oh well. That's what I'm doing. I'm kind of just finding my way through as I do it. So I'm going to continue gluing. I don't know if you guys want to painfully watch this. I use the clip chips to secure my corners when I glue it down because it helps make them stick. And I feel like it's a little bit stronger than using the other ones. I have a couple different ones, a couple bigger ones. These are actually fine though right now. And I did round my corners on here. And then when I come back in with this side, I'll fold it one more time and go like that. So it's not so big, but I got to do this corner over here. These corners were covered. So let me find my other clip chips. I thought I had another one. I thought I had a bigger one. This is what, oh, there it is. Yeah, my table's such a mess right now. Okay, so I glued this one on. I'm just showing you. It's still drying, but then we're going to put that here. Now I'm going to cut this one, right? So I can, let's see. Let's do this a little bit this way. All right. Now I'm going to cut this. I need to cut this out so I can. Okay, so this is the other one that I'm going to do. But I'm going to move it around so that the pink is on this side with the rounded corners. And I need to re-round these corners. So I'm going to take this off because I want to make them, I did them on the biggest rounder. Because it's pretty big size. But like if I glue this down, I think I'll be able to like stitch it into the fabric. I think it'll be cute. That's my guess. Yeah, it's pretty thick, but it's a journal, right? I can do it how thick I want. We'll see how it turns out. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. But it feels good, right? If it feels good, let's keep doing it. All right, let's make these corners, before I forget, the same size as the other ones. So they're going to be tenors. A little bit rounder. Uh-oh, that got stuck. It didn't work. There we go. All right. And then this one. There we go. All right. That's good. Hi guys. Okay, I'm back. This is going to be the final one for this video. I'll come back and do the papers, but I kind of switched it up a little bit. I got to put some glue on that. Here's the outside. So far, I'm going to put a gold star or something up there. And then here's the inside. So instead of doing the full patchwork on this side, I just decided to do the same inside with the ties because I thought that was really cute. And then just do 2 different patchwork pockets. Now, my sewing machine is downstairs in my mother-in-law's unit. And she is home right now doing something with the storage. We're helping her, so I can't go down there and use the sewing machine. And I want to sew these on. I lined them. I want to sew them on, and then I'll cut them so they're more even. And I may stitch them actually on this paper before I glue it. I think I'm going to stitch it right on, and this one as well. Now, so I kind of changed it up from doing the full thing on this side. So I have to figure out if I can sew these on with the sewing machine, which I'm not sure I can. I'll hand stitch it if I can't, but I can stitch these. So I have to wait to use the sewing machine. So that's where I'm at. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's cute. I am now going to move on to picking papers, and that will be video 2 that I'll share with you. I apologize for this being so long, but again, you know, I'm just sharing my process. Maybe you'll have some tips and tricks to share with me as you are on this journey with me. And thank you again so much for watching, and stay tuned for part 2 where I share picking the papers, and I think I'm going to do just 2. I might do 3. I don't know if I'm going to do 2 or 3 signatures yet, but we'll figure that out. But I love the way that this looks so far. Okay, thank you. If you're not doing something creative today, I hope you're doing something that brings you joy, and I appreciate you visiting my little channel here. Thank you. Bye-bye.